Good evening and welcome back to Dragon of Icefire Peak. As a quick recap of last session, you all encountered some ankegs at the loggers camp. Uh, there was a little bit of shit pushing back and forth during those battles, and looks like y'all did the better shit push. So, congratulations there. You made your delivery to Mr. Tybor Wester and returned to quite the shindig. The whole town was throwing a party in y'all's honor. At the end of which, after things had calmed down, it's probably 2, 3 in the morning, some letters got delivered to you by Toblin. Uh, I know each of you have already read your letters. Uh, And if you'd like, we can either start the following morning, assuming that you all just do your normal nightly routine, or you all can read your letters together or to each other, if that is your wish. And we can start at the night prior.
I think that Thorn would be very excited about her letter. I don't think Thorn has ever gotten mail before. So she just rips it open and just kind of like briefly reads it herself. And then you just hear her go, and now we have to pause for a minute because I have to actually pull the letter back up in my DMs.
Quick, someone get her a soapbox. Make sure her voice projects.
Scroll.
If you'd like, I can just link it to you.
No,
again.
I found it. It's okay. But yeah, she clears her throat really loudly, and she kind of like just sits at the table like between Reginald and Jesus Christ, Lionel and Reginald. My daughter, we hope you are found well. In these times of trials, it is important to maintain yourself. The dragon has raided our village, and those who stayed behind were forced to scatter. Kuri and I have been trying to round them up, but the others have come to worship the dragon. They are feasting on our disarray. They wear our colors now. They are trying to blend in. Do not trust anyone you do not know. And beware the elves. Learned they are in the Kamote culture, and care they do not. Do not let them see your face. They kill without thought. Danger. Be safe, our child gift, our family, our speaker. And she'll immediately just kind of like put the letter closer to her face and peer over the paper at Reginald. What did you do?
Why? Why would you think that I would have done something?
Because your ears are pointy.
Did you not just hear the letter that she proudly read aloud?
Well, yes, however, I think it's a bit racist to simply state that all elves are capable of such things. I
agree
think that I would be.
I agree, but you have to remember this is like, isn't this like your first time outside of the tribe, Thorn? Like really outside of it?
Maybe.
I just look at Reginald like, see? We are more traveled than her. You, most of all, compared to us.
Ah, yes, the DM, sowing seeds of mistrust since the conception of the game.
Whether or not you did it, it is kind of worrying.
Well, it is good to know that perhaps you fear me greater than you had before.
Oh, no, that's not what Thorn is saying at all.
Oh?
No. Thorn fears no thing. Was that the spicy water, maybe?
Yes, that was not pleasant.
Yeah, looks like, Oh, I don't know what's going on. I just clicked the button. Oh, no.
Well, it didn't do anything, so.
didn't
No, no,
Did you stop the stream?
It was a Discord button.
Oh, okay.
She kind of like reads over the letter again. It's just a little concerning though, because I don't know who the others are, but they're wearing our colors.
Yes, I could see that would be a bit disconcerting. Yes, that is not an easy task to sort out those that you feel should be friendly that may actually be foes.
She narrows her eyes at him again.
Yes.
Not helping your case here. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
well, at the same time, if Thorn simply feels that I am a threat, then that is totally fine by me. I have no qualms against it.
Thorn doesn't know why you keep saying that word. She doesn't think you're a threat.
I feel it important to mention that the only elves you have met on your journey thus far have slaughtered 24 orcs. So
And Reginald. And then there's Reginald. So, your space of knowing people is limited in that scope.
well, a letter has been read. Does anybody else wish to read theirs, or are we going to do our nightly routines?
Let's see. Would Reginald read his aloud for everyone?
You guys don't have to read yours because I did,
I
but
feel
Thorn
like-
is an oversharer, so.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, I kind of feel like he would not. I kind of feel like he would not. So.
Lionel would not, considering what. Because I imagine Toblin kind of speaks to me off to the side a little bit about mine in particular from what you gave me, Knight. So.
Yeah, he goes to leave and then remembers the extra little bit and leans over to you and passes it to you before he steps off.
I think when he kind of says that and I see what he gives me also, Lionel would choose not to read it to them at all.
Very well. Well, the night is extremely late or early next day, if you want to look at it like that. My friend Reginald, Reggie, my man, you are still pretty sloshed. However, Fiora does offer to carry you to your room.
Ooh.
Well, Mr. Reginald, sir, you look like you need some help up those stairs. Can I assist?
Yes, absolutely. I am simply incapable of transport at this time.
Shall you be the gentleman in distress?
That was good. Well done. Fiora will gently lift your arm and place herself underneath of it, and then lift you up with a strength heretofore unknown in a woman of her stature, and carry you ever so gently up the stairs into your room and tuck you in. A good night, Mr. Reginald. I can't wait to see you in the morning.
Well,
Drunk owl brain, hell yeah! Player brain,
thank
this
you.
is bad.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are the other two degenerates doing? I'm sorry, heroes.
No, definitely degenerates. You got it right the first time. I think after for a little bit and realizing that his letter smells of crushed pine, I think Lionel will look to Thorn and say, I'm gonna go to my room and read my letter. Thank you for sharing and have a good night, Thorn. And he goes up and reads it.
If you're looking for some magic, there won't be any.
No, no.
You read your letter. And then I assume you do your nightly routine. Do you pen
Mm-hmm.
something back? Are you going to go gamble your life away?
I think Lionel thinks for like another 45 minutes about penning something and tries to start and stops and starts and stops for a good 40 minutes before he just puts it away.
Very well. And thus we have Thorn.
Thorn reads over her letter another like 2 or 3 times, and in a moment of, I don't want to call it weakness, but in a moment of just like missing home and missing her parents, she kind of like looks around to make sure nobody's looking at her, and she like gives the letter a hug, and then she'll tuck it away, and she will attempt to scoop up Meat Dog, and then realize that Meat Dog is entirely too big for her to scoop up and emulate Fiora and Reginald. But she will leave Meat Dog back upstairs and she'll just go to bed for the night.
Very well. Well, the alcohol takes its toll on all three of you, and you all sleep deeply. Waking the next morning to the sounding of crows and dishes being cleaned downstairs, and some cussing and some laughter. And otherwise, just another beautiful day. How would you all like to proceed with today?
Strong caffeine.
Well, being that you all are regulars at this point, this has become your pseudo home. You all come downstairs, there's plates of food already set at a table that you know at this point is reserved for you all alone. There is a ceramic mug filled with black liquid and a carafe of milk for one of you. There is a tall mug of mead or ale or maybe a beer. It's hard to tell. Delicious either the way this early, as well as a plate of eggs and bacon to go all the way around. And then there's the drink for Thorn. We have no idea what it is. It kind of smells maybe of sweetness. It's a deep purple.
I think Thorn smells breakfast and having a relatively quick metabolism is still affected by the alcohol from last night, but maybe not so much that people would think she is. And I think that she scrabbles onto like the banister, like the railing of like the top floor, and she's just like being really creepy about it. It's just like sitting on the top of the banister staring over at everybody, but she's like perched on it like a squirrel. And she just kind of like watches everybody for a minute, and then she's gonna slide down the railing of the stairs. And she catches the whiff of this, and she slides down, and she's gonna go explore with whatever this new drink is that she's being served. Just like sticks her entire face in the cup to sniff it.
It is a fruit drink. It tastes like grapes, if you know what grapes are. Exactly. I wouldn't know either.
Well, I mean, grapes aren't really a tropical fruit.
No.
Grapes don't grow in the jungle, so I don't think she knows what grapes are.
You know what tea is, and you know what a fruit drink is, and you know that this is similar.
Okay. Then she'll start drinking whatever this drink is. No questions asked.
Reginald, how you feeling, bud?
Well, the night was entertaining. The morning has been a bit rocky, but I'm not any worse for wear, I suppose.
Excellent. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, Mr. Reginald, I've come to collect you, sir.
Well, thank you. I don't believe I need collection at this time, but I certainly can follow you downstairs if that suits you.
Only if you'll let me hang on your arm again.
Oh, well. I suppose this one time we can allow it.
The moment Junie has to decide, does Reginald like all this attention?
Fiora smashes open your door as if she has a key of her own.
Mm.
And is like, I thought you'd never let this happen. You realize that your right butt cheek is kind of sore as you stand up. Maybe she copped a little bit too much of a feel last night.
He's not going to make any notice or mention of it to anyone visibly or audibly.
Well, you escort Miss Fiora down. And before you sits Thorn in all her splendor with a grape juice mustache. Maybe a little bit of pulp.
Well, someone's been having a good morning.
Thorn looks up and just kind of like looks at him and looks at Fiora and looks back at him. That's someone else's wife.
I was referring to you.
Fiora immediately kind of like straightens. I am no man's wife.
I like how Thorn's thoughts were immediately adultery.
Look, she was just explained about this last night, okay? Like, this is very new to her.
Fiora storms off to find Toblin. Are you telling people we're married? Some broken dishes, a few cusses, maybe a slap or two later. And suddenly we're panning over to Lionel.
Lionel gets up to the sound of crashing dishes. He gets dressed, puts all his stuff on, puts the 2 new coins that he has on his person, puts the letter in a safe in his chest that he has in there and locks it. And then, not groggily, but definitely slower moving, just goes down to the table, looks, sees the coffee, pours it in the empty glass that is there, and downs half of it before he says anything.
Is this your normal morning routine?
No.
Straight
No.
black coffee, just down it before.
If me as a person, if I do drink coffee, I do drink it black.
Ew.
Just like Guinness.
But this is more Lionel because he was up until like 4 in the morning.
And it's now about, I don't know, 11, almost noon.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. He still needs to wake up, so he just does that. And I didn't even drink that much. Holy shit. He'll look over at Thorn and just go and just laugh because she still has that grape mustache on, I imagine.
Oh yeah, she's got the grape juice mustache going on, but she's like also kind of like side chomping on like just a piece of bacon. And she's like not paying any attention to either Reginald or Lionel right now. Her ears and face are just completely pricked towards the crashing dishes. Thorn's learning new words.
Oh, already. That's good.
Shit stick's a new one.
Reginald, what the hell's with the crashing dishes this early?
Well, Thorn had the decorum to
Or lack thereof.
to mention that Fiora was married to Toblin already. However, we both know that's not the case, nor do we need to presume anything. I simply descended from the rooms, escorting her down the stairs, as was her request.
Ah. Pick up coffee mug. Just think rest of it. Thinking it's too fucking early.
Well, you guys begin enjoying your breakfast. Before I start narrating some events that will transpire during, would you all like to engage in some light role play, or shall I continue on?
I mean, my personal take, I think you're fine to continue.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Well, as you all are consuming another delicious breakfast brought to you by the Stonehill Inn, in walks two familiar dwarven faces. They're wearing a bit of a get-up, though. You immediately recognize Dazzlin and Orbis. Uh, both of their hairs have been slicked back with some sort of uh, grease, and the clothing that they wear is very clearly not their miners' get-ups that you've normally seen them in. It's more traveling gear, and they've got some thick packs with some boots on the back of them that are extremely elongated. They actually remind you of a frog's foot. It's got three toes that are webbed in between. And they walk in, and they're talking at a normal voice, but because there's so few people here at this point in the day, everybody's off working. Um, it's pretty easy to pick up what they're saying. So we make our way to the lighthouse, and we can we can swim around. There's bound to be wrecks down there, so as long as we can avoid the sharks, we should be able to come out on top of this. We'll have to go during low tide, though. That'll be the best way to get in there. Aye, but how are we going to keep in touch with each other? You want me to hold the rope, but it's a tide. It's going to pull and push, and you gave away our sending stones. I don't know. I'll think about it on our way there. If anything, we can stop and ask. And at this point, Norbus, the one who has done most of the talking thus far, takes notice of you and points at you all. We can ask our old friends. And they both invite themselves over to your table, dragging up stools and whatnot to sit down with you. Daslin claps you on the shoulder, Lionel, and Norbus sits right next to you, Reginald, eyeing what's left of your plate and your beer. Well. We were just talking about going on another adventure. How are you all busy?
At the moment? No. Waking up. About it.
Well, have you any plans for the day?
Well, for the day, perhaps not, no, but, I do have a couple items to attend to.
Well, are you interested in making a bit more coin? Maybe finding a few artifacts?
Yes.
Phenomenal. Well, uh, Norbus reaches into his pack that he dropped on the floor and pulls out a map of the Sword Coast and points to the very coast of it. Let's see if I can't pull this up for you all. Can everybody see the Sword Coast?
Yes.
Yarp.
On this map, right here is marked a lighthouse, and Norbus points to it. You see, we found while traveling away from the excavation site that we failed to make a whole bunch of coin on, but another story for another time. We found a lighthouse, and it's got this eerie green glow to it. But just off the shore at low tide, you can see the masts of several ships that have sunken in the bay. Ships that are bound to be full and laden with treasure. So if you help us get there safely, maybe we'll split the share 50-50, just like before.
Do you know
Well,
anything else about the lighthouse?
Uh, no, not yet. We did a cursory look around. It seemed at low tide that there were probably a few sharks in the water, but I mean, it's the ocean. Where aren't there sharks? The lighthouse itself is old and decrepit, but the green light puts us a little bit off. You know, that's supposed to be the color that comes out of a lighthouse. But what do we know? So we were gonna hire some muscle, but why hire muscle when you've got friends like you?
well, your logic seems oddly sound. However, it is a bit unsettling that the light is green at this particular lighthouse, as you well put it. It's not a natural hue that we'd be found there. I would caution against this endeavor simply because, well, there could be curses, there could be the undead about, especially with all these ships crashing and sinking in the bay. Well, yes, treasure may be present, however, it may not be easy to come by.
Daslin smacks his hand on the table. But you all are heroes. And if there is a curse that needs lifting, and a lighthouse that needs to be shut down so that no more ships go into the sea, who better to do it than the likes of ye?
Well, I suppose that makes a bit of sense, and, well, it is also on the way to Leyland, which is where my destination will be in, within a few days' time, so, I suppose we may be able to assist you should that work with everyone else.
That works for us too. I'm just saying, we have, if we pick up all this loot, we're gonna have to find a place to sell it. Leyland will be closer than Neverwinter, and at the very least, we can supply up a wagon to make the trek up.
Artifacts and gold. I could use more gold, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
Do we hear the sound of crashing dishes anymore coming from the kitchen, or is that finally stopped?
Oh no, that stopped.
I'm gonna yell for Toblin. Hey, Toblin!
You don't get an answer, but a disheveled-looking Toblin walks out, kind of wiping his face. He got splashed a little bit and soaked with, well, you hope it's water.
Do you know any? Oh, go ahead.
He walks up to your table, wiping his face. You called?
Yeah, do you know anything about this lighthouse to the west of Van Dalen on the coast?
Well, let me think here. Lighthouse went dark, maybe 10, 15 years ago. Ain't had much use for it because there used to be a fog there, and that fog lifted due to some natural causes. So the lighthouse was only there at night, but with the suggestion from Neverwinter that most ships sail with a wizard on board now, uh, lighting their ways, so to speak. I don't know. Uh, I'd say that it's been abandoned for a while. That's about all I could tell you about it. I've only been to it one time. Nice rocky area. There's a bridge that actually leads out to it that you can only cross during low tide. So if you do show up and it's high tide, you're gonna have to wait a little while. It gets about 4 or 5 feet of water above it during high tide.
Gotcha. Thank you for the info. It's appreciated.
He nods and leans over to you, Thorn, and uh, whispers, "Thanks for that," and turns around and walks off.
Thorn's tail just starts like going back and forth, and she goes, "Saved your life."
So you all will do it then. You're agreeable to coming with us?
I've I've yet to hear of any objections. I believe everyone is in potential agreement, at least for the moment.
Yeah, the only thing I gotta do is stop by Harbin's office first before we go. Otherwise, I'm good.
All right. Well, how about we call it in about an hour? We'll meet on the edge of town and then we'll take off together.
Sounds good.
Very well. So you all have a destination, going to the lighthouse along the coast. Lionel, you would like to visit Mr. Harbin?
Yeah. I am finally going to give him that one artifact that we've been meaning to sell to him that we just haven't gotten to yet. The Pole of Collapsing for 50 or 25 gold?
50.
50.
50 gold, and you
And
also might want to collect that 200 he owes you.
right. Yeah. And I was going to also deliver the writ to him as well that we got from his brother.
Very well. You make your way over to the town hall, Mr. Harbin Wester's personal home. You knock on the door and are greeted by that stuffy bald man. He says, "Oh yes, Mr. Harbin's expecting you. Come this way."
I will nod and head in.
Harbin is gorging himself on strips of pork and eggs, and he holds up his mug to you as you walk in and offers you a seat. He looks remarkably different from your first encounter, where he was maybe a little bit more of a cowardly man. He definitely looks like he might have a little bit more backbone to him.
Thorn will be the judge of that.
Harbin.
I imagine you're here for this. And he reaches down and pulls up 2 sacks of gold and throws them on the table. For a job well done. You have that writ, I take it.
Yes, I do, sir, and I'll pass it to him.
He takes it,
mhm.
checks the signature. Is very well.
I also finally have an opportunity to give you this, and I will hand him the Pole of Collapsing. This is one of the artifacts that we got from the Kings of Nomengard, and we don't have any particular use for it, but since you said if there were any that we thought would intrigue you, you would pay for them, so here you are.
Through a mouthful of food, he says, "What's it do?"
It's a pole. It collapses and then returns to its shape.
All right. He kind of side eyes his servant and says, "From Treasury, 50." His little servant kind of scurries off. The man clearly is either mentally ill or uh, has had one too many blows to the head.
Hmm.
But comes back with a very neat stack of 225 coins, two stacks of 25 coins, and
Mhm.
they're like perfectly centered as if he had an OCD little
Yeah,
spat and sets them on the table in front of you.
I turn to him, nod, and thank him.
He scurries off. Well, got anything else for me, or is it just this hole?
That's it. For now, we have some other business to attend to as we head to Leyland for some of Reginald's duties. So if you have any letters or assignments that need to get there but are not on a timetable, we can take them for a price as a delivery.
No, not for a price. That's what the couriers are for. Thank you, though.
I tried. Thank you, Harbin.
Yeah, you could see yourself out.
Yep. I will go ahead and collect the gold and then see myself out.
250 gold richer.
Yep.
Split that 3 ways.
And that's what I did with my calculator.
It's like
Oh, snap.
81.5 or some shit like that. I don't know. Math it.
$83 and 3. Okay.
Yep.
Money. Well, you all have about an hour left. I guess you a little bit less, Lionel. We're gonna do a quick intermission while we put the boy down to bed.
Okie dokie. Put
Sounds
down the
good.
bed. Oh yeah.
I have so little gold, and I need so much for what I need to do.
Well, you'll get there
Yeah,
if you
just
keep
broke.
doing all these side missions with me.
Yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. Listen, Lionel's ears perk up whenever he hears artifacts and gold at this point. There's a big payout. He will likely volunteer everyone to do it. Shown to do in the past.
Are you guys doing side hustles without me?
No.
No.
How dare.
All I said was if there is golden artifacts, Lionel will volunteer everyone.
Thank you for putting that in chat, by the way. I had my headset on as I was getting them prepped for bed, so I could hear you guys talking about it, and I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to ask for the number again because I don't know what it was.
Nope. When I'm tabulating and I'm doing like the actual sheet stuff for inventory, I tend to put things where everybody can see it for gold. Normally, unless I forget. Then it's all gone to fuck.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
So, is there anything you would like to accomplish before departing?
Not really. I mean, Reginald doesn't really have anything to do other than his objectives. But yeah, now the mission is fine.
Very well. Well, around noon, you all meet the dwarves on the edge of town, and they have a horse-drawn cart to hopefully be loaded with several bits of loot. Um, Additionally, Barthen has been ordered to loan you, Reginald, Vincent, and Vincent's cart, so that you may return the coffers of gold to Leyland. So you have two carts um, and yourselves and two dwarves. And you are going to go from Fandalen to the Lighthouse. Your journey is uninterrupted, save for a minor event that happens as you reach the crossroads of the Tribor Trail and the road to Fandalen. As you go to make that left, you hear a low whoosh and a dull roar. And as you try to source the sounds. You look up into the sky just to see that glint of white flying overhead in a northerly direction.
I think Lionel tenses up immediately.
Lionel, punch it again.
I think you all would.
Definitely know I would.
But it does not take notice of you and heads in the direction of what you assume to be the Neverwinter Wood. But
Well,
glad it didn't notice us. Let's keep moving.
yes. Let's.
The rest of your journey remains blissfully uneventful this time. All of your other journeys to and from Fandalen being somehow interrupted or impeded by seemingly random events. And it's pretty close to the evening by the time you arrive to the lighthouse. Let's see here. Below the high cliff that hugs the coastline, an outcropping of rock is nearly surrounded by water, with only a narrow causeway connecting it to the beach below. Atop this outcropping is a stone building surmounted by a lighthouse tower. An eerie green light pulses from this beacon, shining westward out to sea. With each green pulse of light, you hear the thump of a slow beating heart.
Well, they're definitely cursed.
Yeah, we didn't hear the thump thump before. Suddenly having second thoughts.
Generally, if you can hear the thump of a heartbeat in a wall, it's not good. You're gonna find some evil that you can't explain.
I've read books like this before.
Doesn't end well for the person in the book. I've read that one too. The Heart Tell Tale or something?
Well, welcome to the Lighthouse. Um, your characters should already be on screen and adjustable. Please do a quick character check to make sure for me. We are on a grid because I found a map that told me its fucking dimensions for grid size. So guess what we get to use? Yay!
A fucking glade!
You all are atop a 20-foot tall cliff that leads out to a stone cave, and beyond that, ultimately to the lighthouse. Below you, to the north and south, is a thin strip of beach in which waves crash up against the cliffs. The tide is currently low tide, and on this northern beach, right here, you all see a giant crab, and it seems to be waving at you all.
Oh, my Semu, Anya, look at that crab. It's so big.
Reginald, I'm not crazy, am I? Is that thing waving at us?
I want to eat it.
I mean, it's very difficult to tell, but perhaps
You can call me crazy if you want to. I won't be offended at this point.
you're crazy.
Thank you. Thank you. At least you are the same one, because I swear to God, the thing's fucking waving at us.
Thorn thinks it's waving because it wants to fight.
Well,
What if it's flipping us off? In crab.
I mean, then you flip it off back. Give it double birds.
She does.
before, if you would like to interpret this behavior, you can roll me a animal handling check. Thorn, it appears to be a friendly gesture.
She flips it off and then she like thinks about it for a minute and she studies his behavior. Oh, and wait, Thorn thinks maybe it's being nice. Maybe it is actually waving. Sometimes,
Either way.
sometimes you can't tell though.
Either way, I feel like I'm still crazy.
Well, I don't want to confirm or deny you that pleasure, but you'll certainly find out someday, won't you?
Feel like we're gonna find out real soon. As I look to Thorn to see if she is starting to move towards the crab, since she has identified friendly.
Thorn really
really
wants to. she's like hanging off of like one of, because like we're up on a cliff, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it doesn't really show it that well, but right here to right here is a steep gradient, right? So up here, it is about 20-foot drop down to the sand. Down here, you're about 5 feet. I say about, it's between 5 and 10 feet. So, like, this area where you all are currently at is basically the base of that gradient. Incline, decline, whatever you want to call it.
Gotcha.
So there is also a very short steps, or very short steps that seem to be carved into the cliff face that lead down. You could basically follow this thin line right here.
I think that Thorn is like kind of like crouched down so she doesn't fall over, but she's leaning maybe a little bit too far over. Just enough where it's kind of like if someone like nudges her, she's probably going to go tumbling down these stairs. But she really wants to go talk to this crab, but she hasn't moved to go do it yet.
The wind blows harshly. Please roll me a general luck dice. I'm not going to make it a dexterity save because I think you'll succeed. Not a D100. Just a
That's
D20.
Oh. Significantly worse.
Phenomenal. So Thorn, hi Bear, go kitty. Bear appreciation moment for anybody watching. Look at that good cat. That's the epitome of a good cat right there.
Nari would do that.
No, she wouldn't, because then she'd snot and somehow cement herself and you for eternity in the same spot. Thorn, you stumble but manage to catch yourself. However, catching yourself really just entails you slowing your descent as you slide down these rocks without face planting.
Well, I guess we're going.
It certainly seems that way, doesn't it?
Yup. I will start to make my way down.
As soon as Thorn either hears or sees that they're coming like down to join her, she just takes off towards this crab at a sprint. Not aggressively. She's not drawing her sword or her shield or anything. She's just like, oh my god, a crab.
Starting to think she wanted to fall down the stairs.
Genuinely didn't consider what kind of voice I wanted to use for Crab. Is British good? What's a good?
Make him an old chum. Make him an old chum British guy.
By Jove.
Akshay.
I cannot do that. I posted a meme earlier for voices that I'm sure you all saw. Yeah, that's exactly what's about to happen. Ugh. Hold on, I gotta find the dialogue.
No worries.
By Jove, well met. This crab takes a bunch of click-clack walks to you.
Oh my god, it's Ox.
Oh, of course I talk. Me Ral. I am Ralfren. You may call me Ralfren. And if I were you, I would be careful before going to that there tower. But if you would help me, I would send you to that there tower. I want you all to know, by the way, the dwarves have fucked off. They said, if y'all are going in there, we're not going in there. So they're on standby.
Okay. I just want to point out how he said, don't go in the tower, but I'm going to send you into the tower.
I know what I'm doing. So you going to help?
I mean, we were going to go in the tower anyway, but why do you need us to go into the tower for you? And I'm stuck talking to a giant crab.
It blows bubbles before. Well, I'll say there are the evils inside the tower that stole Miral's horn. You should talk to Miral and get the horn and return it to Miral. I am Ralfred. If you help me, I will help you.
And what level of aid might you be able to deliver unto us?
It clacks its claws a little bit and sort of does a little side-by-side jig. 5 shipwrecks spread the rocks beneath the lighthouse. I'll fetch treasure from one of these wrecks if you help me.
What does the horn do?
Its eyes kind of flick, and it uses its teeth to kind of clean them. Ralfren thinks Miral needs focus to move on.
Is that the thing that's haunting this place?
Place not haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Miral and where can Miral be found?
The crab clicks its claws and then juts one out towards this spire that you already know from being up there holds a sort of cave. Miral rests in cave.
Okay. Okay.
Thorn will look at Reginald. Thorn doesn't get it. Is this place haunted or not?
I I don't know for sure now. I seem to believe that it is. However, our friend here seems to say perhaps it is not. But maybe they just don't understand what exactly haunting is, per se.
So you want us to go get the horn, give you horn, and we get treasure?
I want you to talk to Miral in the cave.
I look at them both. I mean, he's offering to do the hard work for us of going to get the treasure, and considering he is a giant crab, he is built for getting things out of the ocean. Well, we are not. Uh, I think we can probably go talk to this mural and see what they want, and we're gonna go in the lighthouse anyway, so it's not like it's out of the way.
Rolfrin snaps his claws again, trying to get your attention. Evil harpies nest atop the rocky outcrop. Careful.
Mm. Thank you. That is something that we could use. Anything else that is evil and or wants to eat things that go in there that you know of, Rolfren?
There are sharks in these waters, but the one to fear is a mean old brute. She'll bite your head off. You're in it.
Okay. And I guess the question is, you will only get treasure from one of the 5 for us, correct? The others, if we want it, we would have to get ourselves.
Yes,
Okay.
sharks are mean.
Yes. Yes, sharks can be mean. But they are needed for a whole entire ecosystem to keep the ocean balanced.
So it's a plan of action.
Thorn just kind of looks at you like, what?
It's about ecological balance. I'll teach it to you someday. It involves the entire environment to make sure nothing gets out of whack. You don't bring in things like invasive species.
Thorn's not dumb. Thorn knows about stuff like that. Thorn's from the jungle. We only have what we need.
Thorn probably knows more about it than Lionel does.
Probably.
Because Thorn's part druid. She just doesn't know it.
What?
Yeah.
Am I?
Oh shit!
Thorn's hearing the voice of God right now and tries to wild shape into another crab.
You were
Crab
raised,
race.
you were raised by a friendly druidic sect of lizard folk, okay? Like, come on. Let's be real about what this actually was.
Tries to wild shape, pulls a muscle.
Turn further into lizard folk.
Just gives herself a stroke. Gives herself a brain aneurysm trying to do it. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go see this morale person. Can I ride on your back?
It backs away.
Fine. Okay, fine. Thorn will walk.
All right. Let's go talk to Daslin and Norbus and tell them of the situation.
Yes, I'm sure they will be simply ecstatic to have found that we've conversed and made a deal with a giant crab who's capable of speaking with us.
Thorn runs to like the middle of the stairs and just yells up at Dwarves!
Oi!
Dwarves, we're gonna go follow the crab now.
But what about the treasure?
We're working on it.
Well, you got till high tide, remember.
You got till high tide.
No.
We're up here.
Okay, whatever. We're
giant-
gonna go find the crab.
The giant crab is going to go and get treasure from one of the shipwrecks for us. But first, we have to go and talk to someone in that cave over there and get a horn from the lighthouse.
Sounds simple enough.
Don't get eaten.
We'll be okay.
Okay, but there's harpies.
We'll be less okay.
Well, won't we be dealing with the harpies? Because they're going to be dealing with the sharks.
It's more Thorn saying there's harpies around. Be careful, don't get
Ah,
eaten.
Gotcha. Oh, also, there's a really big old shark in the bay. Watch out for that one. She's apparently very angsty.
We've seen her fins come up a few times.
She likes to go for the head, apparently.
Fantastic.
Okay, bye. And she like runs back down the stairs.
Well, it looks like your current destination is somewhere inside of this spooky cave.
Okay,
So let's
Thorn's
scramble back up those
running
stairs.
back up the stairs. Thorn's just getting her cardio for the day. Gotta get her steps in,
Every
you know?
day.
Well, before you stands a cave. Who's the first to enter?
Thorn.
Okay.
All right, stop everything. I forgot to look up a rule.
Oh no.
Holding.
Thorn,
Thorn, that is me.
roll me a charisma saving throw. Thorn, you black out.
Oh,
Well, damn.
From this point forward, I will be controlling Thorn.
oh, fun.
Oh.
Lionel, since you are the closest, what you see
Mm-hmm.
is a ghostly blue hand reach out of the stone and touch Thorn and go inside of her.
Thorn? Are you okay?
For a second, Thorn's shoulders and most of her goes limp. Think puppet style. Kind of just leans forward a little bit, and then kind of snaps back.
That's not creepy.
And her hand goes for her rapier, and she spins on you.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay. Nobody here has disintegrate at this level. We'll be fine.
Not a lie.
I'm a lie.
No, but I will drown you.
Fuck.
Damn.
You'll be fucking fish food. All right. Let's see how do I want to play this? In a ghostly voice that I probably will do no justice.
Mm-hmm.
Thorn will speak to you, Lionel. New prey approaches. What brings you here?
Friend Rolfen?
Rolfred?
Yes, he said to speak to a Miral. I'm guessing you are her inside of my friend's body.
I am the ghost of Miro.
Do you have to use Thorn to speak to us? Or can you let her go?
I will let her go if you agree to help me.
Collect your horn that is in the lighthouse?
It is a conch. Malesko took my conch after he murdered me.
Oh.
Retrieve my conch and return it to me, and I will release your friend.
Well, we were going to do that anyway to be nice, but no, you've given us extra incentive. Unwanted extra incentive, which is very rude, but will still probably complete the deal nonetheless. Though, with just me and our other friend, as I will point to Reginald in the back, it might be a little hard. So, would you maybe let her control herself while we go and retrieve the conch, and you just, I don't know, ride piggyback style so you can observe and make sure we do what we need to do?
If I could leave, I would do it myself, so I will be forced to trust you. If you try to pass here without returning my conch, I will bring you all 6 feet under.
Noted. 6 feet under. Do not do.
With that, Thorn, you regain consciousness, fully aware of the events that just transpired, having committed them yourself. Your body is extremely cold as a ghostly presence leaves willingly. It moans at you in a language that, well, let's check your character sheets.
I don't know shit.
Yeah. That only Reginald understands. It is a ghostly elvish saying, now go.
Oh my god.
I I believe we best proceed with these new circumstances.
Thorn's wearing armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I notice that she is exceedingly cold, I will go ahead and cast Prestidigitation on her armor, and it can warm or chill up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour.
Oh, that's better. Thank you. And then she kind of like, she gets down, I don't want to say down, but she's on her like feet and hands. And she just like shakes herself off really quick like a dog. I don't want, Thorn doesn't want to do that again.
No, in extreme detail, describe exactly how it felt to be possessed.
Nope.
Shit.
Not like
I tried, Reginald.
Well, yes, I suppose you gave it a shot, but it was doomed to fail.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, precisely what it means. It was never going to work.
So, before you, the exit of the cave stands here, as well as a path that leads up a stone outcropping.
Oh, let's go. Otherwise, she's gonna put us 6 feet under.
Scrabble, 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 scrabble. Stop it.
Listen, apparently ghosts make me hiccup. I can't help it.
You should try.
I did my best negotiation. Thank God he didn't make me roll diplomacy. Be grateful.
Roll charisma check.
No.
Roll persuasion.
No. Let me roll intimidate. That's the best one I got.
So, you all manage to crest and make your way to the plateau. Before you stands a rotten set of double doors, wooden, that are flung open to reveal a musty and slick stone interior. This is the base level of our tower.
Oh, this place is seeing better days.
Well, yes, I mean, a structure such as this placed next to the salt, the brine, the damp, the spray of the sea, not kept up, of course, it will fade.
Yeah, it's a shame. The metalwork on all of these bolts and the framework is nice, but without upkeep, they just rot away.
Well, the only path is forward.
I shall step in first.
As you enter this foyer, you notice that it has a 15-foot high ceiling. There's a door directly to the west that seems to lead to a staircase, and there is a door to the south that seems to lead into yet another room.
Uh, shall we just go south?
Sure.
The walls of this 15-foot high room are adorned with frescoes that depict ships being tossed on stormy seas, with a dark and terrible god looming above them and smiling. Set into the west wall is a dirty, salt encrusted window. A stone altar with lightning bolts carved into it stands against the south wall. A metal rod descends from the ceiling above the altar, splitting in two before it embeds itself into the stone.
Does this look similar to the same iconography that was with like the orc druid that we found for the Talos cultist?
Go ahead and roll me a religion check with advantage.
Okie dokie.
You recognize that this is indeed the god Talos, and these would be some of his depictions.
Well, shit. More Talos. Crap. Fucking douche canoe.
No more zip zaps.
Well, we're gonna be dealing with plenty of zip zaps. That's kind of his thing. Um. So, other than the altar that's here and the stained glass window that depicts him, the other images and frescoes in the room are depicting ships on a sea, but they're being tossed around on it.
The window is just a window,
Okay, sorry.
dirty, grimy. Uh, the frescoes depict, yes, all those ships being tossed around with a dark god
Okay, that's
looming over them, smiling.
okay. Gotcha.
And to the south, you see another door that appears to lead outside.
Do the frescoes look as old and decrepit as the room that we find ourselves in, or are they starkly different in terms of care and upkeep?
They are old, but they are not as old as this place.
Okay. Well, the lighthouse used to be a beacon, but definitely Talos has moved in at some point. It's a while ago, though. Just be on your guard, as you said, Thorn, for zip zaps.
Does it seem like this place has been used recently at all? Like anything moved around? Any like obvious scuff marks or foot marks that aren't ours?
Not really. No.
Okay.
There does seem to be a light trail leading to the altar. That's less dusty in the center of the room, straight there, and then straight back. But
Mhm.
that's about it. I see you have moved to the altar. Are you going to do anything with it, or are you looking?
Thorn is not touching anything. Thorn thus far has already been possessed. She is not risking the zip zaps. She's just looking. Just looking. No touches.
Looks like lightning bolts.
There we go.
Handsome man.
It froze on me, so it was weird. Like all my USB stuff like stopped working for a split second.
Oh
and came
no.
back.
Oof.
But we're good.
So, two paths before you to either go backwards or go outside.
Uh, I will step outside.
Before you, don't move anymore yet, please.
Mm-hmm.
Hold.
Reginald, if you are following them outside, you can move to behind
Sure.
Thorn.
Okay.
Before you are 3 what look like nests on this sort of outcropping. This outcropping is surrounded by a 3-foot tall stone fence. And along that fence are many bones and rotted vegetation and half eaten corpses. But as you exit, you hear a screech and the flap of wings as 3 harpies descend upon you. Please roll for initiative.
Thorn at the bottom today.
Nope.
Oh.
My turn.
How did I roll a nat 1 and stuff?
Yeah. I'm built for my intelligence and my fortitude. Everything else is average or slightly below average.
Good to know.
I was blessed in every element.
Oh, Jesus.
We're
This is gonna
fucked.
hurt. This is gonna hurt.
Nah, we're okay.
Yeah, chill.
This'll be fine.
I need all 3 of you to roll me wisdom saving throws.
Ew.
See, this'll be fine. It's like your best possible attribute. I know.
No.
Poopy. Poopy.
There it is.
I was looking for a second to see if I had anything to help me, and the answer is no.
Yeah, I don't have my aura yet either, so we don't get the +5.
No.
Lionel,
Yes, sir.
please re-roll that saving throw.
Okay.
Much better.
Please remove
Oh no.
9 hit points.
Ooh, okay.
So what happens here? The harpies land, and one of them, immediately seeing you with such glee in its eye, starts singing this beautiful tune. Well, beautiful to Lionel and Thorn. Reginald, you immediately recognize what's happening. And maybe there's a flit of magic as you rebuff the song's approach. However, you watch as your friends are immediately encapsulated. But even as you watch, one of the other harpies that lands just lands with savage claws raking across Lionel's back. Lionel, having suffered that damage, you are afforded a second chance to roll for that saving throw. And making a very successful save this time, snap yourself out of it. Maybe a little bit angry that you even fell for it the first time.
Yep. Just a little.
However, that does bring us to Reginald's turn.
Well, with my newfound adversaries having presented themselves, I believe I'm going to attempt to see. I'm assuming they've landed completely, yes, or at least at
Yes.
ground level. Okay. Um, I will use I think I'll do shatter.
Yeah,
Cast
shatter.
shatter.
On which one?
So shatter is a area, 10-foot
Okay.
circle essentially. So I'm going to put that on the table there, and I'm going to target it to be like right. You could do like here and get two of them, or because I don't think I can. I don't think I could really cast it like off the cliff, right? Because it's kind of like that's the slope, so that really wouldn't work.
It's magic, so it doesn't have a source other than your pinpointed interest. So if you wanted to throw it into the air, I would let you do that. But that is my ruling on that. It does not need a physical source because it is magic. Its source is coming from you.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to get all three with a 10-foot though. Mm,
Probably.
yeah. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go long. I'm gonna go here and have it focus there, so I can get the two that are in front of Lionel. So they need to pass Constitution DC 13 or suffer 13 thunder damage apiece.
One of them passes, one of them fails.
Okay, so if they pass, they take half. So
Very well.
7.
7 points of damage. The one closest to your shot uh, really staggers from the blow of it, uh, sort of shoving the first one and maybe even shielding them a little bit so that way they don't take as much damage. However, does that complete your turn?
Yeah, given that there's not really a whole lot of maneuverable space out here, yeah, that's basically all he's gonna do.
Phenomenal. Oh, Lionel.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough day.
Not this time. I don't quite make your AC.
I'm surprised, but thank you. I appreciate.
Well, a 5 doesn't hit, so. But that does bring us to Thorn.
Thorn.
Would you please
I saw that, John.
Yeah, he's snoozing up there pretty hard, so.
Thorn, you are unable to do anything except move towards your target. I apologize for controlling you twice this turn, or this campaign so far, but it's your rolls, really. However, speaking of which, please re-roll that saving throw.
Still terrible.
Unfortunate. You are still encapsulated by this song. Lionel.
Okay. Seeing Thorn move forward, that throws a wrench into my plans.
I was gonna say sorry, but then I realized it wasn't my fault.
No, it's not your fault. Okay. So instead of what I was planning to do, I am going to use my bonus action to activate my defensive field and give myself 3 temporary hit points as lightning kind of crackles and surges around me to give me those temporary hit points. And then I am going to use my Thunder Gauntlets and attack the harpy that is right in front of me, if they are within melee reach.
The one directly south of you?
Yes.
They are within melee reach.
Okay.
Please roll
I
your
will.
attack.
Yep. 17 to hit.
Please roll your damage.
6 points of thunder damage. And that harpy has disadvantage on attacks against everyone but me until the start of my next turn.
Very well. Does that complete your turn?
Yeah, I'm not going to move.
Well, this harpy is going to continue singing while it tries to claw Thorn. However, it will miss terribly. So focused is it on its singing. This harpy, watching what you just did, Reginald, is going to turn upon you.
As one does.
Unfortunately, my rolls are shit right now. So you avoid the attack. Its claws rushing at you, and you acting with Matrix style speed to be like, get off me.
Nice.
Which does return us to your turn.
Cool. All right. So, I'm going to slightly reposition forward to ensure that we don't get a little bit of a back attack action on Lionel for getting ganged up on at all. And we'll attempt to attack this one here with my quarterstaff. And we'll give it a swing
Max damage.
with a one-handed strike.
Smack stack.
Not max damage.
I tried. Tried
You
to
did.
manifest it for you.
It sort of takes your blow and rolls with it. But you
Thus
did
will, yeah, thus will conclude my round as well.
phenomenal. Back to Harpy number 2, who will be taking a swing at Lionel. Remind me here, if I meet AC, that's a hit.
Correct.
Meets it, beats it.
Got it. Please remove 5 hit points from your character sheet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and
The spice flows.
Okay.
All right. Thorn. Please re-roll your saving throw. Thorn, as let me just double check this. Yep. You sort of snap out of it finally. The tune kind of hits its rewind point, or its repeat point rather. And you're like, wait a minute, I've heard this. Where's the next song button? Next song.
Thorn's ADHD literally kicks in, and she's just like, no, I can't listen to this again.
Unfortunately, that is going to be your turn because you roll that saving throw at the end of your turn. Which does bring us to Lionel.
Mm-hmm. I am. This time I am going to use my bonus action to use my shifter form.
Skunk Man!
Hyena. Please, not you too.
Where skunk?
I'm outnumbered. And that'll be my bonus action. That'll give me 4 temporary hit points.
Because you fucking need them.
Yup. Listen, I have a lot of temporary hit points, and I'm going through them. Then with my action, I will once again strike out with my Thunder Gauntlets at the one directly south of me. As I get ready to deliver another heavy blow, hopefully. No, not with that.
Anticipating your blow, the harpy flaps its wings briefly to bring itself out of range of your attack before falling back down in front of you.
Haymaker too wide! Haymaker too wide!
Does that complete your turn?
Yes, it does.
Phenomenal. Then the southernmost harpy, realizing that her song is no longer taking an effect, is going to continue its assault on you, Thorn. And this time it will connect. Please remove 7 hit points from your HP pool.
Spice flows.
Spicy.
Additionally, because I misread something. Never mind. I miss. Oh, Reginald. What's that AC, buddy?
Not amazing.
This says 16, so
Yeah, but
Better
that's
than mine.
That's because I have mage armor turned on for it, but I didn't actually, reset mage armor. So
doesn't matter. A 2 and a 7 will not hit you, even with
that's
my
fair.
applied bonuses.
That's fair.
This harpy claws at you with one hand, and in its other, wielding a gnarled club of shoddy make, attempts to swing at you, but is very wide. However, that is your turn to return fire.
And so I shall. Reginald is going to cast Thunderclap to clap dem cheeks on the harpy.
Heck yeah. Clapping them thunder
what you
cheeks.
want. Don't want
Clapping
don't
the
clap them
thunder cheeks.
Don't want to clap them.
So Constitution DC 13.
What happens if I fail?
Nothing. If you fail, you take 3 points of
3.
damage. If you pass, you take nada.
So Thunderclap isn't the one that knocks you backwards.
No, it's thunder wave.
No.
I have that. I have that.
Thunderclap is just a cantrip.
Just wanted to make sure because you guys are on precarious terrain.
Yep.
I just yeet everybody off and just take over the lighthouse. It's mine now. Sorry. Bye, guys.
Listen, I very much thought about using it when Thorn and Reginald were still behind me. It's like, Thorn will just get knocked into Reginald. That's fine. As soon as the harpy lured her to move where she is, it's like,
Well,
that I can't justify
it's
as
not
much.
my fault, okay?
Does that complete your turn, sir?
It does, yes.
Phenomenal. Oh, Lionel.
Oh no. Lionel's not home. Please leave a message.
Swiggity swooty.
No,
I have
he's-
to put this dice in jail.
Swiggity swooty, harpy booty.
Oh. No, you don't want my booty.
All right, my dice are addicted to 2s, 6s, and 7s this evening, so
Good.
you luck out.
Right.
Thorn,
Uh-huh.
finally, you have your full action. Welcome to the game.
Fucking finally.
Murder one.
I'm going to use my rapier, and I'm going to, not that it's going to matter, I'm going to booming blade this harpy that's to the east of me. The one directly connected to Lionel and I.
Roll. What is Thorn's emotional state?
Thorn does not like this place. She likes the giant crab, and that's about it. And maybe the sand. I think she'd be a big fan of sand because she gets to dig in it and get real tired. But so far she has been possessed. She's still a little cold from it. And now there's fucking harpies, and they were singing this song, and now the song is stuck in her head, and she's really annoyed. So she's not about this place.
Please roll another damage dice for me.
Roar.
Rar, I angy.
Right? Is that right? Yeah. 1d8.
Yeah, 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a 4 flat, or is that with your damage bonus?
If it was with my damage bonus, it would be 8. Another 8. Yeah.
Jesus, that was a mistake. So your sword, at this point, and wreathed in your signature booming energies, You have such a bombastic personality, you know that? Damn near shoves this harpy clear off the cliff and into the sea. Well, I suppose at the angle you're attacking, the stairs below. But they managed to catch themselves at the last second, blood gushing from an open wound now, as you have struck true. Does that complete your turn?
No. I am also going to find it on my character sheet because I don't know where anything is for its character.
Schmert!
Devon Schmart. Oh, seriously, I have to find. Okay, it's blah 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 blah. So an extra 9 damage.
I rescind my earlier statement. How would you
continues.
like to obliterate 27 points worth of damage to this harpy?
I think Thorn starts bitching about this place. I think she's just like, not really to anyone, mostly to herself. She's just like, Thorn just came here to find treasure, and the crab is cool and the sand is cool, but not the cold, not the ghost, not you. You don't sing very good anyway. And she just like repetitively just stabs into this thing with her rapier.
For that last comment, I'm picturing like several booming blades and divine smites going off at once in rapid succession. It's like, yes, Final Fantasy XIV's Red Mage when they do that one super stabby attack. Like that's exactly what happens, and just chunks of this harpy fly off the cliff into the fucking.
You got to feed the crab, right?
Thorn, I think, leans down and just grabs like a mouthful of like harpy wing and just starts shaking it. And some feathers are just flying everywhere off of this fucking cliff.
Ew. We'll deal with that in a second. Does that complete your turn?
We'll unpack your new food.
Thorn's also going to move down here.
Okay.
That will complete my turn. Mouth still full of harpy feathers.
They do not taste very good.
Thorn does not care. It's not about the taste at this point.
Lionel.
Yep.
Something once again vicious just happened in front of you.
At least I'm not covered in the innards this time.
Yeah, in a very particular direction it was going.
A real tragedy.
Yeah. I don't need every shade of blood to stain my armor, okay? It's
Why
not a goal of mine. Because that
free.
rusts it!
It's free dye.
No, that rusts it and ruins it! It's all yummy and gummy. I am a blacksmith. No, absolutely not. I'm going to move over to my left, to my west slightly, just to give Reginald some space if he wants to move elsewhere. And then I'm going to attack the one directly to my north. I'm going to use my action for my Thunder Gauntlet. Let's see if I hit. That is a crit. So 15 points of thunder damage.
Yeah, do it. Get it.
And then with my bonus action, I will go ahead and try to strike with my Longtooth form attack. Which, why is that not on here anymore? Oh, it's under bonus, that's right. With my fangs. 19 to hit.
Jesus.
Man, you just clapping like a mofo over here.
Yeah. So I will punch her, and then when she goes to bring up her arm to block the next attack, I will just grab onto that with my teeth and my fangs.
Very well. You say that like it's a grapple. Is that a grapple
No.
or is that okay?
No. That's just flavor.
Cool.
If you have an idea for what the taste is, you can tell me and Thorn now.
Oh. Salt, blood, and is that bile? You can't really tell. Fetid meat, sweet, sick, nasty. Mm.
Reginald's going to be okay with not trying that. Just FYI.
Disgusting fucking chicken. Does that complete your turn?
Yes, it does.
Oh, fucking goody. This one has been dying to get to you, Thorn. I can't use either of those fucking dice. Let's try a plastic one. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Fuck.
Nice. What's your? Let me see. Bitch. Hold on. What do I have to hit? Damn it. So this harpy whirls around on you and claws you across the chest with a claw before swinging with a club, missing with the club. But please remove 8 points from your HP pool.
Okay.